What's up, everybody? It's your man, Made in America 30, and I'm gonna be doing a video of the BlackBerry Z10. So we're gonna get into the unboxing right now, and this phone is actually 3 years old, believe it or not. Came out in 2013 in January. We're gonna take a look here. Still got the plastic on it. Okay, this is the phone right here, and as you can see, like, they got the little logo down there. Okay, got the logo right here. We're gonna get into these are the volume rockers and the camera button in the middle. BlackBerry always had that. They got the front-facing camera. Actually, you know what? Let me get my little cheat sheet out. Hold on a sec. Hold on one sec. Let me get my cheat sheet. Okay, so all right. So the camera right here on the front is, let me see. It was like a 2 megapixel camera. Yeah, 2 megapixel camera on the front, and then on the back right here, you got an 8 megapixel camera with the LED flash. You got the face detection, HDR, panorama. It shoots in 1080p at 30 frames per second. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's not too flashy, but it's average. So yeah, let's oh yeah, here we go. So on the top, you've got the power button, and you've got the headphone jack on the top. I prefer the headphone jack on the bottom, but it doesn't really matter. Let me see on the bottom. We got the speaker. You can see that. Yeah. Let's power this baby up. I didn't set it up or anything, so let's get into this real quick. Show you this. All right. Actually, let me move this out there. And this works just like the other video I did with the Q10. The operating system is the same. I'm just gonna go over a couple of things and show you how this works, because this is a full touchscreen, but it does have the BlackBerry keyboard on there. So the first thing you're gonna notice is this has a 4.2 inch display, 8 megapixel camera on the back. You got the 2 megapixel camera on the front. There's like a little red light that BlackBerry has. It's like a trademark. If you get like a notification, you'll probably see that pop up. It's got a 1800 milliamp battery, 2 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon S4 Plus processor. Like I said, like, it's nothing too fancy. This phone came out 3 years ago, so basically it's a medium range phone now compared to the Samsung Galaxy S7. You know, it's basically a medium range device, but it's still getting updates. Like, I'm gonna show you the update that it has. 3 years later, the software never lags, and like I said, still getting updates. Okay, so it's got GPS, NFC radio, micro USB port right here on the side. Let's see what else it's got. Sorry, I got a train that goes past my house. Standby time is pretty good. Let me see the storage though. I know, you know what? It's got 16 gigs of storage. Yeah, Yeah, 16 gigs, and it goes up to 64 gigs with a micro SD card. So that's pretty good. Loudspeaker. Yeah. I mean, you know, BlackBerry was never really known for its great cameras. So if you have a BlackBerry, you're getting it for like one or two things: the physical keyboard and the BlackBerry 10 operating system. Like, it's that good. Okay, so let's look at this. As you can see, I got my notifications right here. It'll show up like that. Cut that back on. All right, so let's go in. All you have to do is swipe up from the bottom, just like it tells you. I will do this later. There we go. So basically, this is how BlackBerry 10 works. Just like my other videos, you swipe to the left, and now you have your BlackBerry hub. So in the hub, you have all your notifications, text messages, email, Twitter, Facebook, all your accounts is going to appear right here. Okay, so, and like I said, it's all about gestures. So if you swipe to the left again, now you can see all your accounts. So you got your hub, your priority hub, your notifications, your BBM, text messages, calls, emergency alerts, and pin messages. So that's all going to be there. And all you have to do is swipe up like that, and it takes you back to your home screen. All right. So let's go. Let's go to the right. If we swipe to the right, okay, now you see, let me adjust this a bit. Now you see all your apps. So you got your contacts, your calendar, all your apps are going to appear here. If you want to, you can peek. It's called the peek feature. When you swipe up from the bottom, I'm going to show you this real quick. So when you swipe up and you hold it, now you can see your notifications right there. You don't even have to go into the hub. You can just hold it, swipe up and hold it, and now you can see everything right there, like that. Swipe up, and they call it the peek feature, and now you can see everything. You'll also notice at the top when you swipe up, you're gonna see like what day it is, and you're gonna see like what network you're on, the battery life, the time, all that shows right there when you swipe up. Okay, and then if you want to see the settings, you just swipe down like that, and now you got your settings, mobile network, Bluetooth. You know, you can set up basically whatever you want. You got your alarm, Wi-Fi. You know, you can go into settings and just delete something if you don't want it. But this is basically what I have in the settings right now because I didn't set it up. All you have to do is swipe down from the bottom, and then you get your settings like that. And if you look down here, you got these little icons, and you can just, if you don't feel like swiping, you can just hold them. You'll see like a little black line, and you can go back and forth like this, and you can get to your different app pages like that, the home and email or whatever's open at the time in the hub. And like I said, like BB10, the operating system is just like iOS. Like, it's flawless. Like, it's super fast. I can do this all day with no lag. And yeah, it's just amazing. If you do get this device or any type of BlackBerry device, you might have to do some APK files, like if you want Google Play services. This does have Android runtime, so you're not going to be too lost if you get this device. I mean, with me, I don't really care too much about apps. I get a lot of email. I get a lot of work email. And, you know, that's all I do is text. So that's enough for me. This does have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like, as you can see right there, like that all comes preloaded on the device. It's got the Amazon App Store right there, so you can get some apps out of there. They got the BlackBerry World, and the rest you'll just have to download with Google Play services. So, and I have done that before, so I know it's possible. Yeah, so let's go into the settings real quick. I'm going to show you this. This is an unlocked phone, so I can use this on T-Mobile, which is my favorite carrier. And you can use it on AT&T and any other GSM carrier. It won't work on Verizon and Sprint because they have like their own bands and technology. So Sprint and Verizon is CDMA. So basically, if you look at the model number, it'll say STL100-3. That basically means it can run on AT&T. Since this is an unlocked phone, it's going to run on T-Mobile and AT&T. Now that number 3 represents AT&T. I believe T-Mobile was like STL 100 number 1. If you do see number 1, that's an older version of the Z10 because that was made by like Texas Instruments. So they're going to have like a older processor. But this has a Snapdragon Qualcomm processor, so this is a newer version when you see the 3. But the 3 is the one you want because you're going to be able to use that on any GSM carrier. If you see like STL 100 number 4, then that's Verizon, and that's only going to work on Verizon. And I think Sprint is 2 or something like that. You just have to be careful when you order like an unlocked phone, because if you order a Verizon one, then it's not going to work on the GSM carriers. There are some Verizon ones that are unlocked that will work, but you just got to be careful. Always look for this model number depending on what device you're going to get. And this is the latest software release, 10.3.2. whatever. Like, this is the latest one that came out. So even though this phone came out 3 years ago in 2013, it still has the latest software release. So that's pretty good. Actually, this came out in January of 2013. So it's definitely 3 years old now compared to the other devices that came out. They'll show you the device name and everything, serial number, and these are the bands right here. Like, it'll show you like what operating bands, LTE, that it's capable with. But the model number is important. You definitely want to check the model number if you're going to order one off of Amazon or something like that. Gotta check out that model number, because a lot of sellers don't tell you which phone you're going to get. Okay? And then they have like the payment options, GPS, the storage. If you look at this storage, and I haven't set anything up yet. So you get 16 gigs internal. whatever's on here now as far as apps, that's what I have left right here. You can put a SD card in up to 64 gigs and expand it if you want. NFC, app manager, you got your BlackBerry ID, BlackBerry Assistant, battery saving modes, you know, like the normal stuff. If you want to go into quick settings and change the other settings, like I told you, you can do that. You got your accounts. This is pretty standard stuff in any smartphone, so you should be right at home with that. Now you see how I swiped up and you see that little tile? That's an open app. So anything you open, let me go into contacts. Okay, so now I'm in contacts. So if I swipe up, now contacts is open. I can go over and hit the calendar. All right, so now the calendar is open. So I'm going to swipe that up. So now I got 3 open tiles running in the background. I'm going to go over, let's open up text messages. Well, no, that's going to take me to the hub. But let's open up the weather. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that right now. We got a clock. Okay, we're going to swipe up. Now I got 4 open. You can have up to 8 with this latest software release. If you open 8 apps, you're going to have them running in the background. Okay? Anything over 8, it closes out the last one on the bottom right. So any app open right here on the bottom right is going to close if you open more than 8 apps. So let's try and do that right now. We got documents. What's that? 2, 4, 6. We should be able to open 2 more apps. What's this? The phone app? Okay. And then we should be able to open, we'll do calculator. Okay. So now, okay, I have 8 apps in the background running, and this is just like iOS or Android. Like, the only difference with BlackBerry 10 is you're gonna actually be able to see them. So even though I have these apps open, I can swipe back to the left and go into my hub, and I can look into my messages like that, and I can swipe back, and if you don't feel like swiping like that, you can just swipe up like that. Like, say if I was in the hub, you can just swipe up and it'll go back. It's all about gestures. And then, so now I have these apps open, right? So now I can go into this app, settings. And this is multitasking at its best. I can go in here, swipe up, and go in contacts, boom, do stuff in there, swipe up, go into my calendar, boom, swipe up, go into my clock, boom, swipe up, and then let's say, so now let's go into here, right? See how documents is right here? I have 8 open. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so now I have documents right here. I have 8 open. So now, let's say if I wanted to open up another one, which would be the 9th app, it's going to delete documents right here and replace it. So let's open up another one. Let's go into videos. All right, swipe up. See, now it's BlackBerry Remember right there. So it deleted the documents. So so now we're gonna close them. So you'll see right here on the bottom, like it's got like a little X. So all you have to do is hit that X, boom, and now it's gonna close all your apps that you have open. And that's basically how BlackBerry 10 works. It's all about gestures, swiping, peeking. You know, there is no physical buttons to do anything. Like, there's no home button, there's really no back button. I mean, there's a back button in certain apps, but there's no physical home button like on an iPhone to do anything with. So, and this is the perfect size to me too. Like, I like this 4.2 display. The BlackBerry Priv, which I'm actually recording on, is huge to me now that I'm holding this. But this is the perfect size. Back in 2013, a 4.2-inch display was standard because this phone went up against the iPhone 5. This phone went up against the iPhone 5 in many videos, and it was super fast. Like, I'm not saying that Apple is better, don't get me wrong, but this phone stood up against the iPhone 5, and if it wasn't for not having a lot of apps, it would have been better, in my opinion. But like I said, like BlackBerry 10 and iOS, like, they're both flawless. Like, the operating systems work really, really good. What the heck is this? Oh, that's the speaker right there. A little speaker, if you can see that. That's the speaker. And then they got like a little notification light under there. The red light right there. The classic trademark red light. So if you ever get a BlackBerry, don't think that something's wrong just because it's a red light. Like, it's totally fine. Okay, the back is, as you can see, look at it's like extra grippy. It's got a nice little back on it with, you know, I like that. The emblem, nice and grippy. You can hold it too. Like, the corners are nice and smooth and round, and that's what I like. Like, this is the perfect phone. I'm gonna actually have a video later on where I put this up against the iPhone SE because I think it's around the same size. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna probably have another video where I test the sound. BlackBerry always had like good sounding phones. So let me cut the volume up. But I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have the classic, and I'm gonna have the Q10 in a later video. So this is the BlackBerry 10. And I'm gonna do all these in a later video, so we can stay tuned for that. BlackBerry Z10, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.